Well, for my final movie review for March at least, I am going to review on the 1997 animated movie that I like. And that's Anastasia right there. You could tell by the picture of it. This is my final review on a movie for March at least. I'm still gonna do more in April, but this will be the final one for March. So without further ado, let's get this started. Start the intro.
Dancing bears, painted wings, things I almost remember, and a song someone sings once upon a December. Someone holds me safe and warm. Horses prance through a silver storm. Figures dancing gracefully across my
Hi guys, this is Jonathan, the Disney and Tom and Jerry fan 2020 here, and today I'm gonna do a review on Anastasia that came in the year of 1997. So basically, what the plot's about, it all starts in 1916 in St. Petersburg, and it actually starts with a ball celebrating at the Roman novel Tricentennial at the Catholic Palace Dowager Empress Marie Fedorova. Yeah, actually, let's in 1916 in St. Petersburg, and it starts at the ball celebrating at the Romanvano Tricentennial. I can't pronounce it. Tricentennial at the Catherine Palace. Dowager Empress Marie Fedoranova gives a music box and a necklace inscribed with the words "Together in Paris" to her youngest granddaughter named Anastasia, who was 8 years old by then. But then the ball had been disrupted by the evil sorcerer named Gregory Rasputin, who was a sorcerer. And then he was exiled for treason, and he was seeking revenge, and he sells his soul in exchange for an fiendish reliquary, which he uses and he used a curse on the Romanovs and sparking a Russian revolution. And as the revolutionaries sieged the palace, her and Anastasia escaped through the secret passageway with the aid of the 10-year-old servant boy named Dmitri. And Rasputin confronts the two royals outside on a frozen river, and only to fall in the ice and drown. And the pair manage to reach a moving train. But as she climbs aboard, Anastasia falls, hitting her head on the platform, and she subsequently is suffering amnesia. And 10 years later, Anastasia grew to become a beautiful woman. And Russia is under communist rule, and she had publicly offered him 1 million rubles for the safe return of her granddaughter. And Dmitri, who is also his friend and partners in crime, and Vladimir search for Anastasia look-alike to bring to Paris so they can collect the award. And Anya leaves the rural orphanage where she grew up, accompanied by a stray puppy named Puka, which Puka's a cute character, and she decides to go to Paris, inspired by the inscription on the necklace. She but but she figures out that she was unable to leave Russia without an exit visa, and an old woman visits her to Dmitri and at the Forbidden Place, and Anya experiences visions from her past, and the two men are very impressed by Anastasia's resemblance to her real name and decide to take her with them to Paris. And then Rasputin's albino Batman minion Bartok is nearby and he notices the master's dormant requiree and he's suddenly revived by her appearance. It drags him to limbo and where Rasputin, slowly decomposing, survives. And he was so angry to hear that Anastasia escaped from the curse, and he sends his demonic minions from the reliquary to kill her, despite his attempts, including crashing a train and tricking Anya into nearly sleepwalking off a ship. The trio managed to unwittingly foil his plans, and forcing him and Bartok to travel back to the surface along the way. And Dmitri and Anastasia all of a sudden begin to fall in love with each other, and the trio eventually reach Paris to go see Marie, who's given up the search after meeting numerous imposters. Despite this, Marie's Sophie quizzes, she confirms her identity, and though she offers every answer taught to her, he finally realized she's the real one. He finally realized the truth that he's the real Anastasia without being taught. And he recalls how he helped her escape from the palace siege. And she also arranges a meeting with Marie at the Palace Garner Opera House. Therefore, he tries to establish the introduction, but she refuses, having already heard of his initial scheme to con her. And she overhears the conversation and she becomes angry and she leaves. And he abducts her in her car to force her to see Anastasia, but rejects. She still rejects him. And she's persuaded when he presents her with the music box. At first, she still believed that Anastasia was an imposter, but she regains her memories as they converse, opening the music box and singing their lullaby. And she was convinced, and the two are then joyfully reunited. And she offers him the reward money the next day, recognizing him as a servant boy who saved him to her surprise. But he rejects it and leaves for Russia. And Anastasia's return celebration, she informs her his gesture, leaving her torn between staying or going on with him. And Puka suddenly runs off and he chases him to the Pont Alexandre Free, where she's trapped and attacked by Rasputin. And he returns to save her, but is soon injured and knocked unconsciously. And in the struggle, she manages to get hold of Rasputin's requiree and crushes it under the foot, ravaging her family, and Rasputin disintegrates and then he dies. And then Anastasia and Dmitri reconcile and they elope and they send a farewell message to Marie and Sophie, promising to return one day. And Bardock shares a kiss with the female bat and bidding the audience farewell. And that's basically what the plot is for the entire film. What do I think about this film, guys? Honestly, this is a great Don Bluth film. This is a really great Don Bluth film. I mean, Don Bluth did a really great job with this film. And it's also one of my favorite films from 1997. Also one of my favorite animated films from 1997 besides Hercules. I thought the plot was very interesting and I thought the music was very beautiful. And the characters, they were great. I like Dimitri and who is Anastasia's love interest, and I thought the villain Rasputin, he was a great villain. Bartok, he was a funny bad, and he was also Rasputin's butler, but he was a mild-mannered bat. I also like her dog. I also like her dog, Puka. I thought Puka is a cute character. Yeah. And the animation is very beautiful. Yeah, you could tell the animation is hand drawn and it's very beautiful. And Anastasia is a very great character. And she's very smart, independent, hardworking, and warm-hearted as well. And Meg Ryan, she did a good job with the voice of Anastasia. John Cusack did a good job. I thought everybody did a good job with their roles, with their characters. And I thought the ending was very heartwarming. And I liked the beginning of how Anastasia got separated, but at the end she reunites, and yeah, and then she marries Dimitri. I mean, they reconciled. She reconciles Dimitri. Yeah, but still, I think it's a really I think it's a really great film. And it's also one of my favorite films from 1997, like I said. This movie came out back in November 21st, 1997, I believe. Yeah. This is a really great film. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it you do. It's a really great film. With great songs, great characters, great plot, great ending, great everything. I mean, the whole entire movie is just great. So besides the positives, do I have any negatives? Not really, no. So for my final rating on Anastasia, I give this film a 7 out of 7. Outstanding film. And that was my review on Anastasia. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video guys. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to me. This is your pal Jonathan, the Disney and Tom and Jerry fan 2020 here, and I will see you guys next time on my next video. And I'll see you guys later.